Okay.
All right, so, who else? Somebody is on their iPhone. I'm not sure who it is. I'm asking the person to unmute. All right, let me go find your test.
Okay.
Give me a second or two here. Yeah, I'm looking for Rosa. Rosa Garcia, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm scrolling through. You'll see this in a moment. Okay, let me share my screen. Share screen. All right, this one here, 14.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay, here's the deal. You're looking for the mean score, but you're
Okay.
not provided with the raw data. You're provided with a interval between 50 and 59. There's 7 students that scored that, or their mean score was that. You had 11 people. So what you got to do when you're presented with a distribution list like this, since you don't have the raw score, what you do, you take the midpoint of this first class between 50 and 59. Halfway between 50 and 59 would be what, 54 and a half? What you got to do is use your midpoints here. All right.
Okay.
All right, because you don't know you don't have the exact raw score.
Okay.
All right, so the first one, well, we just say 50. We just turn this guy on.
I know
50
exactly what I did wrong on the exam now.
divided by 2. Yeah, the first one would have been 54 points, 54.5. All right, so you would use 54.5, and then you would add 10, 64.5, 74.5, 84.5, 90. You would have put those scores in list 1. You would have put the number of students in list 2, and then
Yep.
gone to and tell the calculator to calculate the mean. When you
Yep.
don't have the raw data, you've got to use the midpoints for the distribution
Yeah.
list. You got it?
Okay. Yes. That's
Okay.
I messed up on that part, the midpoints. What I did is I didn't find the midpoint. What I did 50.0, because on the practice problems they're normally like just one difference, kind of. I don't know if I'm making sense in that.
No,
It was
doesn't
like
make any
50 and then 51, and it was like 50
No,
and a
what you're
half.
gonna say, well, the reason you use the midpoint, if you don't, you had 7 students that score between 50 and 59. Well, was it 4 people at 50? Was it 5 people at 52? Was it 6 people or 3 people at 58? You have no way of knowing. So to
Yeah.
cut your losses, you just say, hey, I'm gonna use the midpoint of that interval and say 7 people scored that. That's the best you can do because you don't have the raw data.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah. Okay. And you lucked out because you got the other one right, but I still credit you with 3 points. It wasn't
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be
why I was like,
fair
I
for
still
me
got
to say,
100.
well, I'm only gonna give 3 points to the people who got it wrong. There was a problem. I didn't like it because the answer should have been there. Now, a lot of people like yourself came up with 3, 4, 6, 9. You said, hey, the closest thing to it is 0.400. And you were
Exactly.
right, but it wasn't fair. So I just gave everybody 3 points.
Okay, thank you.
And that's that. I mean, here's what I'm gonna do. You've got Tuesday's homework, Thursday's homework yesterday. You get next Tuesday, next Thursday, and then next Tuesday. Now our test is the following Thursday. What I'm gonna do is that Wednesday night before the final,
Yep.
I'm gonna hold another Zoom, say about 7 o'clock. And that way there, the night before the test, people can ask any questions that they have for the exam the next day.
Okay, perfect.
That makes sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, I appreciate you appreciating it, but the fact of the matter is that's what they pay me for.
Yeah, exactly. And we're
Professor
paying for the
Gomes.
class.
Is to make sure that any question that you have prior to taking the exam, But here's what I'm going to tell the people, and I hope they get a hold of this. Be prepared. By that, I mean, have specific questions. Hey, 4.3, number 5, section 5.2. I just can't sit there and people go, oh, I think it, no. Be specific. Be ready with specific questions, so I can just go to it, explain it, and then move on. That's provided, I get a lot of people logging in. Well, if you don't want to log into Zoom the night before your final, and then, there's some people that obviously like you're working at night, but then you can probably find some time to log in. But I'm figuring maybe about 7 o'clock where people are home majority of people are home from work, they've eaten supper, and that'll be a great time to do it, There's no time it's going to work for everybody. That's just not impossible. But Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, and I'll advertise that.
Okay.
But here again, if you have any questions moving on, either this weekend or next week, just shoot me an email. I'll answer it. And
Okay.
because I create a little video for you. And the idea is, Rosa, if you got the question with 100, imagine the other people who didn't get 100. They have questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had 2 people, that actually were confused about the time of the exam, and it happens. I was able to, let them do a makeup, so to speak. I kind of changed things a little bit as far as the order because they did miss the first one. I'm always concerned about, integrity of the test. And, so things happen. You got to be in, I've been doing this long enough, and I know that, everybody's life is not straightforward. This things, especially nowadays. So I try to be accommodating as much as I possibly can. I mean, this is great. It's college algebra. It's great, but this ain't the end of the world here. This is not life or death here. So I'll try to be as fair as possible. Manuela, what's up?
Hi, I had went
You're the
in,
one that
but
saved everybody 3 points, Manuela. Good for you.
I did.
You did it. In
Because
fact, I should have known because it happened last semester, and I forgot to change it. So by
because when I
bringing that
did
to
it,
my
I kept
attention,
the answer wasn't coming up, and I'm like, you know what? Let me put the closest one. But I guess, and then I
no,
ended up
and
getting
you
it
were
wrong.
absolutely right, and you were the only person that did that. And you actually, what I did is I gave even people that had it right, I still gave them 3 points. So people should owe you. They owe you some good.
I should get 3 extra points then.
Oh, stop it!
Yeah, you gave them an extra point, so I should have get 3 extra points.
Okay. You hold your breath on that.
Rose, do you agree with that?
I don't care what Rosa agrees with. Rose ain't grading anybody. Rosa's got 100. She's staying out of it.
See, but
Don't rope Rosa
get
into
an
this.
extra. How
Yeah,
are they gonna get it right and still get extra 3 points?
When you
That's
get to
not
heaven,
right.
you get the 3 points.
Oh my God, that's not right.
That's not right. Yeah, okay. You keep put it on the evaluation. I'd be careful if I were you. You haven't get the final grade yet. You want to be nice to me. I would be
Just
very
kidding.
careful. You're wondering why I'm not showing my thing. I got up this morning and I've been working and I haven't even showered. You really don't want to see what I look like with my hair all wild. That's why I'm not showing. You see this picture of me here? Obviously.
Yeah.
All right. I got a perplexed look on my face.
Uh-huh.
I'm sitting at my cousin's house in Raynham and I'm talking to a friend of ours. And this friend had just been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And I'm talking to him and he said something and I was like perplexed how to answer him. That's why I'm looking at this look on my face.
Wow.
Yeah, for Alzheimer's is my mother-in-law has that. She's in a nursing home. It's an awful, awful disease. But anyways,
Yeah.
So what'd you end up with, 84?
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad. I was telling Rosa that the Wednesday before the exam, the final, I'll hold a Zoom meeting, but it'll be at night at 7 o'clock.
Okay,
And
that'd be
that way, yeah,
good. I actually wanted to ask what I got a hard time on was that P thing.
The P thing?
Let me see what it's called.
The P thing.
It was like back-to-back questions on it.
This is from the homework?
No, from the test. No, the variant. The variance.
All right, the variance, what you do, the calculator doesn't give you the variance, so you calculate the standard deviation, and you take that number and you square it.
Yeah, I
There's
got
no
those are the
function on the
two
calculator.
problems that I got. That's what I
The
got wrong.
standard deviation is the square root of the variance, but the calculator does not give you the variance. You calculate, given the values, you calculate the standard deviation, and wherever that is, you square it, that gives you the variance. In all, to be quite honest, in
But how
real
do you
life,
get the standard
well, the
deviation?
calculator gives you that.
Oh, okay, that's the issue. I didn't have my calculator with me.
You're taking the exam without your calculator?
Yeah, I did it without the calculator because I end up leaving the
Patience,
calculator.
girl.
Yeah,
Where was your calculator?
my calculator was at home and I was on the road when I did the test.
Hey, Brenda. Manuela took the test without a calculator. And she's Creole. My wife says that's good. I don't think you need that. And you did that well without a calculator. Ay, pacience.
Yeah.
Dios pacience. Wow.
Well, I used a regular calculator, not a.
Yeah, regular
If I had-
calculator is what your grandmother uses when she goes to the store. No, TI.
Yeah, but if I
Please
had
have your
used the
calculator.
TI,
There's no way you're gonna do the final without a calculator. Make
I
sure
know
you got it.
I have it in my backpack now. I made sure I put it in my backpack.
The fact that you got an 84 without a calculator is just mind-boggling to a
Yeah.
certain extent. It is. Oh, good for you.
I used a regular calculator.
Yeah, but then you would have to know the formula for standard deviation was, take
That's why
unit-
I got those ones wrong.
Well, yeah, I could see why. But the idea is use your calculator. So where were you? And you didn't, I mean, you were at home? Obviously.
No,
Well, make
I
sure we
was at
take the
home.
final, you're home.
yeah, I was at home when I took the final.
Where were you? If I don't mind me asking.
I was working.
Well, marry somebody rich, you don't have to work anymore.
I wish. Let me know where that rich guy is, and I'll go find him.
Yeah, he's somewhere in Brockton. He's at Vincente's. He's walking around.
No, really, at Vicentes? Nowhere else to tell me to go find a rich guy at Vicentes.
Why would I know how to find? Why would I want to find a guy number one? And then a
Maybe
rich guy number-
he's in New Bedford.
No, chances are pretty slim there. You know what though? You don't need a rich. You don't need a man. You get your education. You make your own money. You follow me? Be
Yeah.
independent. You don't need some guy supporting you. Come on.
But maybe on the next test I do really good, and then Professor Gomes will add another 3 points to that.
No, you're playing that. You're playing that Creole card big time. Grades don't see nationality. Grades don't see color. Mr. Gomes just sees names. I don't play favorites. If I do for one, guess what? I'll do for another. But I will tell you this, Rosa, this applies to you too. But just the very fact that you ladies have taken the initiative to log into Zoom, if you're close, by that I mean you've got an 88 or an 89, yes, I'm going to look at that more favorably. You follow me? Because you've done your due diligence. So trust me, I haven't forgotten who's logged in. All right. And that's just
Okay.
within my limits because you people have taken. Now, people may say, well, I'm working. Well, yeah, I can't control that. You signed up for an online course, but hey, I try to be fair.
Okay.
All righty.
All right. Well,
Ladies,
have
hang
a
in
good
there.
weekend.
If you got any questions, please shoot me an email. This is a lot of sections, 5262 63 65 66 71 and 72. I mean, I pretty much lay it out, but if you have any questions at all, feel
So
free
for-
to email me.
Part of 4 is not going to be on the final, right?
4-3.
Huh?
4-3.
4-3 will. Okay.
4-3-5-2 6263 6566 7172.
Okay.
I'll talk about that though. I'll list that all on the on Canvas. We're a little premature. We still got another 1, 2. We still got another 3 homework assignments. So, but we'll be
Okay.
done pretty soon. A couple of weeks.
I know.
It goes by
It's right
quick.
around
Which
the
is good.
corner. Yeah, it
You
does.
guys doing summer too?
No, I'm done. I already did all my prereqs for nursing. I'm just waiting to get into a nursing program.
All right, if you were to need a recommendation, I'll be glad to do one for you.
Thank you. I appreciate
And
that.
I don't do that for everyone. It's people that I have actually especially in an online course, people that I've actually communicated, I've talked to, and I know an evaluation sometime, a recommendation is helpful. So let me know.
Okay. I will. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Rosa, enjoy
Have
your
a good
day.
weekend.
You as
Thank
well.
you, you
Rosa,
as well.
too. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.